That random black lady in the back. You heard that shit?
That's how you know. That's literally how you know you are the shit when you can get the randoms in the background,
like
making sure that they are louder than everybody else. Like I have to get my point across.
She got paid for that.
He said, "You gonna hear me?" Shit,
man.
I think that's the perfect way to intro what we have going on. I think that's okay. K-Rob,
tell them what we got going on.
Was that cool? What we got going on? This is the first episode of Blassic.
Blastic, aka the Black Classic Podcast.
Yeah, I just have to keep saying it because there's some people out there. I know that when you hear the word, you're gonna say, "What, Blassic?"
It really rolls off your tongue, though. To be honest, though, man.
And every time people say that, I'm gonna say, what happened? What do you think happened when the first person came to somebody and said, "Yo, Google"? Like, what the fuck is a Google? So, Blassic. Yes. Here we are, man, reviewing Black Classics. Oh, man. First movie, if you ain't already get it, from Brother to the Night, Love Jones. Oh, my God. So, what we going to be doing on Blassic, man? Listen, man, we're just going to be reviewing movies, man. We're going to be reviewing movies, giving some good background to movies that you probably ain't thought about, probably overlooked, but we're going to give you some real good, juicy details about these movies. We're going to go through these movies, some of the important scenes. I ain't going to say we're going to go scene by scene, but we're going to get, some of the most important scenes out. We're going to chit-chat about it. We're going to give some perspective. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about, we actually going to talk about the soundtracks for these movies. So you already know Love Jones came with an astounding soundtrack. My God.
One of the best.
Jesus Christ. So we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, I guess we can go ahead and start with the Snapple facts. What are we gonna call this? Let's try to figure this out. I know that this podcast is a work in progress.
I don't know, man. We could just call it Black Facts. I don't got
the Black Facts.
We just gonna call it whatever it is. That's what
because we are reviewing black movies and black movies and only. We love us. Okay. And we are content, like I'm gonna keep saying. So right. Black Facts, Kev. What we got?
So
man?
Let me get into it, man. Like we said, we talking about Love Jones today, right? Mm-hmm. So let's get into it real quick. So Love Jones was released in March 14th, 1997. It was directed by Theodore Witcher.
Hold on, bro. I was 2 years old.
Yeah, about 2.
Shit.
I was 7.
All right.
You
old enough to watch the movie and understand it a little bit. You can understand niggas kissing and shit. I don't know what's going on at the age of 2.
Anyway, so it was directed by Theodore Witcher on a budget of $10 million, man, right? $10 million, and it brought in almost $13 million, right? So,
can I say that's it?
Hey, man, critically, if you went in that type of stuff, man, it was 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, right?
Huh.
Right, but it had a critic score, audience score of 93%. That's more like our people. You know what I mean? That's more of us, right? Technically, like we already kind of hinted at before, it wasn't a financial success. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was just being praised by like its depiction of people and the relationships and things of that nature. Okay. And like we're here talking about it right now, so
this movie would be classified as like, okay, box office wise, this would be classified as like a grower, not a shower.
Right. It's what you would call a cult classic. Mm. And another fact would be this is the only feature film directed by its director Theodore Witcher, as a matter of fact, which I think is extremely unfortunate.
How do you make one movie and just be like, I'm done, and then it's a good movie?
I don't know, man. It could be a lot of things. It could be him. It could be society. It could be Hollywood. It could just be the game in general. We don't really know. But anyway, moving on. Like I say, so like one note from the producers was it had been said by the film producers that they really wanted to make a modern film about African American life that didn't use violence or drugs as an element in the story, and you could definitely see that if you look at the movie. It's like no drugs, people in the movie.
He's smoking cigarettes,
right?
And she is too, Neil Long.
But that's no drug, and that's wild because they were smoking in the building. You can't do that now. That's how you know it was like the 90s.
Yeah, back then niggas could smoke any and everywhere.
Right. So before we get into it, that was a big thing. Like they wanted to just have people living life. Yeah, they weren't necessarily struggling. You know, they were going getting different jobs and stuff like that. But that wasn't the main focus. So yeah. So well, I guess it's about time we get really into the movie now. I guess at this point.
Well, I guess you can go ahead and go through the cast and stuff like that because you gave us the director. So.
Yeah. So definitely the cast, man. We got an all-star cast, man.
Yeah, you good with cast names and shit like that. I'll just be like, I know the majority.
No,
but
man,
we got down.
We got to give everybody. We got to give everybody their flowers, as people say it, man. Again, like I say, it was directed by Theodore Richard. Okay, it stars Lorenz Tate, Nia Long, Isaiah Washington, Bill Bellamy, Lisa Nicole Carson. Who else do we got? We got just an all-star cast. We got Leonard Roberts. We got Bernadette Sparks. We got Khalil Kane. And that rounds out the cast. It's a small cast, a very intimate cast, but that's all we need for this type of story. So let's get into it, bro.
Can we just take a second to talk about like the way that casting was done back then? I think that casting was so, and I'm sorry, Kev. I know that you're in the industry now, but I felt like casting was way more intentional back then. I feel like not only did they pick characters who could identify this character that I need right now. They weren't just picking actors that could fill this role that I need right now. They were looking for actors that could not fill a void, but could withstand the test of time,
right.
Honestly.
So that goes to the credit of casting director. Yeah, that goes to the credit of casting director Robbie Reed. He's one of like the most major like casting directors that there is. And pretty much anybody and everybody that you know as far as black performers came from that casting director. Mm-hmm. So I remember reading something or seeing something where most of the film came on. The first person that was hired was Lorenz Tate. So they pretty much, the film was revolved around him. And they was like, this is who we want. If he doesn't say yes, if he says yes or no, the film's going to be around him. Then Nia Long came in. Then one person brought in like two of the actors and somebody else brought in Bill Bellamy. And these people come from like totally different opposite sides of the world, all different like stand-up comedy, theater, film, but then they came together to make one movie, and they seemed like friends from the jump. It seems
awesome
like
movie.
Yeah, it's great. It seems like it was just like a reunion when you saw them.
Yeah,
real people talking about real things. You know, that's how I felt about it.
Good. So I guess we'll go ahead and get into the movie.
Yes, let's do it.
So let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this movie, man. Let's get into the juicy shit. The reason why everybody's here. Right. The scene by scene breakdown of the century of Love Jones.
Let's get it.
All right. That's probably a little too much for Love Jones. So I'm gonna say,
damn, this is a football movie? What the fuck is he talking about?
Here's the scene by scene breakdown.
Okay.
So we start, of course.
I know you're not gonna do the whole podcast that way.
So of course, you know, man, as we started the podcast, they started, you know what I'm saying, at the cut, you know what I'm saying, at the sanctuary, they call it. Mm-hmm. It was just interesting to see, you know, how everybody, you know, was together. You know, a normal night out that turned into...
Hold on, nigga.
That turned into the start of something. What's up?
Hold on, nigga. You done shot past some shit.
Oh, I saw it. Already?
Yeah, you done shot past some shit.
Damn.
First, we got to tell the people that we're being introduced to the early 1990s Chicago.
So this is not the late 90s. This is not 97.
Well, it's actually, I'm sorry, it is late 90s.
Okay.
But we got to set them up. We got to tell them
Yeah.
that Nia Long's character... she's just getting out of a breakup. Nina, she's just getting out of a breakup, right? We got to start by that because that's the catalyst of this whole thing, brother.
Just getting out of a breakup.
She's just getting out of a breakup. Yeah, man. And so her and her friend, what's her name? Sheila. They go to the sanctuary, right? And then that's where they meet Darius Love Hall. They meet Hollywood.
You know what I was taken back by?
What?
If y'all watch the movie, she made the first move. He was timid as shit. He knew that she was fine, but he didn't say anything to her.
Hell
the
yeah,
fact
bro.
that she looked at him and made the first remark, I was like, okay, I like that.
You know,
I like that energy.
Dope,
that's different.
Has anybody ever approached you like that?
Very rare. It's rare, especially if it's outside somewhere. No, hell no. Women are not pulling up on me like that. I don't know if I exude that energy that would just bring them to me like that. But nah. Social media, that's different. But that's just the way niggas date nowadays. So I mean, you can get a DM, but other than that, nah. What about you?
Nah, not really, man. Nah, man. Hell no, man. That's how you know this is just a movie, bro.
I feel like if they come for you, it's trouble. It's just
right.
not
I've
good.
had that one time, and that was the worst thing ever. Yeah, but
like you were just coming on a little too strong, baby.
Right, that's scary, dog. That's some scary shit. But no, man, I absolutely love this scene because you just go straight into it. The atmosphere. It's a poetry club, man. We not used to that. We used to seeing like
man.
Clubs, regular clubs, rap music. It's the coolest shit. You see these dudes, people and women, just really sophisticated. They smoking inside.
Just to
they
chill.
don't do that shit no more. They don't smoke in the inside. And then you introduce to these characters, man.
I'll say they don't let us smoke on the inside.
Right.
In Georgia,
you're not supposed to.
They don't let us smoke on the inside.
Right.
We would love to smoke on the inside if y'all understand what I'm saying.
Exactly.
A poetry club where you can smoke on the inside.
Right.
My nigga, come on.
Yeah, to go straight to it, man. You get introduced to these characters, man, and they all sound like real people, man. You know, they just hanging out, they chilling, and then you look up and you see one to catch your eye. But then he don't even make the move, like you said. She make the move.
And this nigga, she's making the move, trying to make you feel comfortable. This nigga is going crazy. He ends up spilling the wine.
And then you got that one homeboy in the background. The one homeboy in the background, he's pointing out everything. He's making sure everybody see you fumbling and shit like that.
I'm talking about my backdoor boy,
yes.
my boy Hollywood. Ooh.
Played by the great Bill Bellamy.
My
That's
guy.
a great guy.
Shouts out to you.
Yes.
Listen, man, we'll talk about that backdoor in a minute, but
right.
But yeah, man, being introduced to these characters is such a phenomenal thing. Then he goes up there, he gives his poem. Should she feel good about this? Because she makes a remark later on saying that, you know, she felt the way about it, even though I felt, you know, she liked that shit. They listen talking that shit.
Yeah, okay, first of all, I give him points. I give him credit where credit is due. But that nigga had that poem in his back pocket. Only thing he did was switch her name to it. It was some smooth shit. Then you heard the random black lady in the background with Tarek. She was happy. Everybody was excited.
So I've been writing this poem for the past month. Like this is known.
What you say your name was, Shorty? Okay, Nina, we gonna use your name on this one.
Didn't say it once in the poem. Just say it for the title. Could have been a Blues for Sarah.
Right. Right. But that goes off without a hitch, man. And then they head outside. They getting ready to bounce. They getting ready to roll. He pulls up on her, rolls up on her to see if he can take her out on a date, get her phone number. She turns buddy down, bro.
No.
She says her actual words is, "Nah, it's not a good time, bro."
Actually, that was in the record store. Because at first she was like, "Nah," they was talking about the love shit.
Oh yeah,
because she was like, yeah,
you damn
you know,
right.
you know what I'm saying. You know how to talk about sex.
Yeah.
You know how to talk about sex, but I don't think you know the meaning of love. So you know what I'm saying. As time passes, which is it's just movie shit. Because
wait,
when you see somebody out, unless you go into the same spot on the same night where it may be like a recurring thing, and it's that night that is popular at the sanctuary or some shit like that. What's your chances of running into a random?
Never. I've never missed a shot and then ran back into her the next day. She was just gone.
And honestly, going forward with the timeline, that's why I am not upset that this nigga was like, as soon as he saw her in the record shop, he was like, yo.
Oh, we're gonna get to that because we got something to say about that.
Like, yo, I need it now. I need it.
So he gets to the record store, right? He talks to his friend Sheila. Sheila works there. She works at the record store, you know, old school record store. Y'all probably don't know what that is. That's where you actually had to go to a store
buy music
and buy things called CDs, compact discs. You listen to them. They had about 10 songs on them. They just big round things with little holes.
Kev, you was born in 1990, not 1975.
Nah, but that's how some people gonna hear it. So anyway, Shorty just so happened to be there, and she buys a Isley's Brothers CD.
Oh my god!
Yeah, man. So
just
she pays with a check
you could
as
use
well.
To court with back then.
Do people still use checks?
You can.
Yeah, I don't think people use texting.
To be a persistent nigga to even think that, hey, her address and phone number is on this check. But you know what else was a movie shit, and we'll kind of guide with the timeline, because of course, like you said earlier, he was persistent again. He was like, you know what I'm saying, I want to take you out. Again, she said nah. This time she said, she gave a reason. She was like, nah, it's a bad time. I love when they say it's a bad time.
Come on, man, we cannot ignore the fact.
That means you just got out of a relationship.
We cannot ignore the fact that he asked for her phone number and her address, and Shorty still gave it to her. That shit does not fly. That shit would not fly. And you're not gonna show up. Have you ever popped up on somebody like that?
Nah. The craziest shit about this address, though, is like the case of the address. Think about this address. When he got to the house, one of the first things he said once he got in the motherfucker was, one of the first things she said was, I'm house sitting. If you're house sitting, how do you have a check that's written in the house name? You don't live there.
Right.
Did anybody think about shit like that?
Nah, but he ain't go to right. He ain't go. This is my favorite part. You gotta catch this little part movies, like this. Man. She was like, are you trying to come in? He said, nah, but like she want me to. Then he get ready to walk off. He look back real quick. You sure you want to come in? Yeah, I come in real quick. I was like, well, you know you wanted to come in there. When you came over there, you wanted to come in there. Man, I can't believe
First time going over a chick spot.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
First time
going over a chick spot. How you be feeling, man? You be tense? You be timid? How you be feeling, man?
Hell no, I don't be no tense. I don't be timid.
Because that's a big moment. The first time going to a chick house. Then especially, I be thinking about the little shit, like how long it take for Shawty to come to the door after I say I'm at the door. I be thinking about the simple shit.
Nah, man. It depend on the area, the situation. The first time you get over there, she got a bunch of dogs, she got a bunch of cats, a bunch of animals, and you be like, damn, I'm ready to go already. But I don't really be like that, bro. I don't know. But Pete, man, did you hear the music playing in the background when he walked in the door?
Was it the Maxwell?
Yeah, it was Maxwell.
Listen, I was thinking about it the other day. Oh my God. One of the reasons why I wish that I could have been like a teenager in the 90s, or at least like in my 20s in the 90s, is because I truly wanted to be able to court women to the music that was coming out back then. Like if Maxwell, oh my God. If Maxwell comes on in the 90s and he just dropped the album, mm-hmm. and you went out, bought the album, you brought it back to the crib, you got something coming over the way.
Mm-hmm. She walk in the door and be like, ooh, wow.
And those are back in the days where those are back in the days where Shawty could come in the house and be like, oh, I haven't heard that yet. What is that? Now everything is readily accessible on your phone, and everybody hears it at 12.
And it's boo-boo too, so man.
But I was thinking about that, man. I'm like, oh my God. And that's not even the one that's on the album. That's not even the real cut. That's not even my favorite cut of that version of the song. Oh my God. Man, we'll get into that later on though. But continuing on with the thing, you know what I'm saying?
He hit that night, didn't he?
Didn't hit that night? Actually. No. Because if you think about it, continuing on with the story, let me see what happened. He was able to get the date this time. Through that persistence, he was able to get a yes out of hearing the no's. And oh my God, as a guy, we all know that is such a phenomenal moment when that no finally turns into a yes. When that you can't come in here finally turns into a when you pulling up. So
I just want to talk. I just want to talk. No, that's not.
But yeah, they finally went out, which I think is always perfect to make it a very simple outing. You know what I'm saying? He had the friends doing something. He just said, you know what I'm saying? I got the friends. Got a little kickback going on. You come with me. Always the perfect thing, because you can just. I don't know about anybody else, but I like bringing my girl like around friends in situations like that, because if I have good friends, and I have good friends,
I have great friends. I can
see that going in a terrible direction. If you have friends that know how to have a good time, I would say, bro. Not that early.
My niggas a ham.
I can definitely see the risk in that.
My niggas a ham. I can't. That's too early for me, bro.
What you mean they're ham? What they gonna do? They gonna embarrass you?
These niggas. They just be talking mad shit. And I love my niggas, but no, bro.
But I know you notice how as soon as they got to the spot, as soon as they got to the out, as soon as they got to the kickback, Darius wanted to, and I noticed that. I was like, this nigga trying to be a pick-me ass nigga. She already like you. When he wanted to, what if God is a woman? And going into all that shit trying to be, I said, nigga.
My boy stepped
and I'm glad Shawty called him out.
Yeah.
I said, call this nigga out for trying to be a pick-me. Oh, this God is a woman. Shut up.
Bro.
Which I'm not mad at mad at the argument, but I know what you was trying to do. Trying to flare up her emotions, but she already feeling you, dog. Right, that's the thing about when Shawty feeling you, you don't have to work that hard.
No, you don't.
That sounds a way, but it's the truth. Sorry.
But hey, like you said, everybody there, it was a real dope vibe. Everybody was chilling. They was playing games. They was talking. Even Shorty even busted out into like a little African dance. So that was dope. I really feel like even the way they talk to each other, man.
They talk in such a stylistic way. It's grown. Mm-hmm. Even though I think it's a good question. I don't know if you know, but what is the age of these characters? I know that they're supposed to be like in their 20s, but now that I'm older and now that I feel like we're in the ages of a lot of these, when these people were filmed trying to be these characters, it's always like, I wonder now, what age were these people supposed to be playing? Because they never explicitly say stuff like that.
I say they probably between the 26, 27 range.
Okay, not 30 just yet.
Nah, not 30.
Yeah.
I don't think they was that. No.
Hey man,
you sure he didn't hit that night?
That night he hit because I was just about to say, when you have, you know what I'm saying, when you get the first outing and you think that's gonna be it, but you enjoy yourself a little too much, and then you say, you know what, I don't want this night to end. Matter of fact, I want to go to the reggae spot. Can you dance?
Right.
And then you have a good night there, and then it's that like at that point, then it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
What's up?
I gotta mention this. Isn't that the same part where he said, "Hey, let's go out to the reggae park"? He said, "It's raining outside." One of my favorite lines. He said, "What you scared of getting a little wet?"
I wanna go outside.
That motherfucker said, "Is you scared?"
Which is on the soundtrack.
Yeah, right. He was like, "Are you scared of getting wet?" That was just some of the smoothest shit I had ever heard, bro.
Listen, man, and you know the night goes well, and then at that point you say, I'm gonna try my luck. You get you a smooch, you get you your first kiss, and now it's like, okay. When the first kiss goes so well that you just want to go third base and home run that shit.
Then he went all out on that one too.
The awkward moment when you're trying to get inside for real. I haven't been down that road because you're already in the house and it's time. But I haven't been in that situation. I don't know if you have. Have you been in the situation?
You mean trying to get in there?
Trying to get in there. We're trying to get the nightcap, I'd say.
Yeah. No,
he said the keys are jingling.
I've had the reverse. I've had Shorty coming over and I'm like, "Hey, you want to come in real quick?" Like, I ain't gonna lie. One time she had some dirty clothes in the back. I said, "Hey, I gotta wash in the dryer. And here you want to wash them? You ain't gotta go to the washing machine. You come here, wash some clothes real quick." I had that happen before, bro.
Hell nah.
She never washed some clothes either.
But of course, they have a great ass night. Listen, man, that thing good. This the what's in my bag shit, man. Fuck it, man.
And then they play
Nia Long's nipple.
they play Mellow Smooth. They play
the real mix that I love.
That's the Maxwell.
But that nipple.
Yeah.
That little nipple. I love the movies in the 90s where they show you a nipple.
Real small. That's
thanks
all you need
for the nipple. It's just enough.
They played the Maxwell joint in there. That was dope.
Sex so good. That is having you making breakfast.
Oh man. Cheese egg omelets. That's what he made, bro.
Breakfast.
You ever cook for a girl?
Yeah.
What you cook, bro?
Maybe like some salmon cakes or, you know what I'm saying? I'm very simple, so probably like some... I've done an omelet before, but maybe like some, like some grits. I be killing some grits nowadays, man. I be killing some grits.
I'm not really
grits,
cooker, bro.
Eggs, you know what I'm saying? Sausage, get you some biscuits going. You know, simple shit.
I'm not really a cooker, bro, so I ain't done that.
He said, you gonna eat what you gonna eat. I don't know how you gonna eat it.
I prefer you cook for me, or we gonna go get
We gonna go to Waffle House and get it all started.
Nah, I ain't say, ladies, I didn't say that. I said we can go get something to eat, or you can cook for me. But They do that. He cooks. And not. We got to mention that he cooks in her apartment. Brother went in there, knocked down her pots, her pans, and looked and seen what was in her kitchen.
And it's not even her shit. I hope everybody really understands she's quote unquote house sitting.
That was not her apartment. She was just flexing. I don't really remember.
That could have been a good flexing thing if you didn't want that nigga to. If you ain't know if he was trying to harm you or not.
Flexing, bro.
Who knows, man?
But then and then she has this conversation with her friend in the cab, bro. Do you remember that conversation with the friend in the cab?
That's why I'm always intrigued by conversations that women have. I'm always intrigued by the group chat. Because that's when, if you really want to know something, that's where the stuff is. That's where the juicy shit is. That's where you know the real opinions. That's how you know the true feelings. You gotta look in those group chats. You gotta be a fly on those walls in that conversation. So in the case of this movie, you gotta be a damn the driver that was in the cab, because you know he was looking. He was up in there. He was like, "Oh yeah, okay, I see you, Darius, like, hey, Mr. Love Hall."
What dog Dick say? He's all in the front. I was like, "Come on, man, what is you talking about?" Yeah, man, they was really back there talking, bro. Shorty,
I ain't mad at it though. We do the same shit. I actually enjoyed seeing it from the female's perspective, because I'm like, it's refreshing to hear that.
Do you? I've never had those type of conversations. I say, yeah, I hit, but
what we be like, what we be doing, what we smashing, what we fucking.
No,
we don't be talking about it.
No, I say I hit, but I ain't go all that deep.
Or even to the movie. When you do some shit like that, and even like the coming to realization moments that Nina's having and that Darius is having, is like, we saying that we kicking it, which is the funniest shit ever, guys. Saying that we just kicking it, knowing the whole wow, you really got some feelings, because at this point, from the cab conversation, then we go into Darius, and it's like the common theme is both of these folks really talking about how
he's at the pool.
How they really fuck with each other.
He had the pool spot with Savion, bro.
We just kicking it. What is just kicking it? That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I don't like using gray terms when it comes to important shit like relationships and love and.
I don't know, man. But like you say, he's at the pool spot with his boy Savion. He pretty much telling her like, "Hey, man, I ain't never had it like this before. Shorty broke me off some proper lie." He's looking at her like,
"Oh man,
you done." I think he said that. He said, "Man, I think she might be the one." He like, "What? Nigga, what?" Nah, I was just playing with you, shit like that. He's like, "Nah, I'm just playing with you," or whatnot. And that's a decent conversation, but. Even then, he didn't go into the details that Shorty went into.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. She went way more descriptive, bro. But
you ever be lying to your homies?
Hell no, I don't lie on my dick game. No.
Or even just lie about how you feeling about Shorty. Like you really like this chick.
That's why
you trying to flex.
And I think that Lorenz Tate does so well in this movie, because he's really being very emotional. He's we're not really, as black men, we're not being emotional or showing emotion, and he's doing that, but then he's still trying to kind of flex a little bit in front of his buddy, in front of his friends, man. And he has every reason right to, as you probably finna figure out in a minute, man. What's finna happen now, man? Yeah, man.
All right, so when it always seems like there's paradise and things are going good.
Shit going smooth.
Shit is going smooth, right? It's always a moment that just takes you right back and just lets you know that, hey, life is life.
Oh, you thought you found you one, dog?
You thought you found one? Relationships can be shitty. Oh, my God. Oh, Marvin. I don't even like the name. Like, what's up with the name, dog?
Marvin played by Khalil Kane. Yeah, man.
Get out of here.
Right.
This nigga comes to the door, comes to Nina. Because, of course, they dated, of course. Actually, they were engaged. They were about to get married.
Yeah.
He comes back to the damn door, talking about, you know what I'm saying, let's try this again. Be with me. Did she move? Did this require her to move? Like, leave town or some shit?
He stayed in New York. She's in Chicago, so I think
she had to move. Like, come on, man. Let's talk about the exes that come back in the try to get back in the rotation. Just fucking shit up. Get moved. I'm here now.
Kick rocks. But I mean, it's actually deeper than that because technically, I'm gonna get it. But yeah, man, he's from New York, so he comes down and he's like, "Hey, let's try it again."
So let's try it again.
Yeah. So then now she started thinking and stuff. So they still doing their thing. They have like a little montage. They hanging out, and all of a sudden now, she got Nina got a job out of New York. But not only that, she's going out there for the job in New York. But she also is like, hey, look, I got some unfinished business in New York.
Oh, God.
First of all, when you say unfinished business, niggas know exactly what that means.
But get this, though. The funny part is that women always they love to drop shit on you when things are just feeling too good. If you notice how they was just laid up, they just had them a good little session. And she want to come in and fuck this whole vibe up. Why would you do that?
I'm going to tell you why she'll do that, right? That whole thing came from that cab ride. Her girlfriend said, hey, look, you want to make sure you got him. So tell him you going to go here and do this.
Your friend's
if he says no,
much.
then you don't go. And if he says he doesn't care, you go. Ladies, y'all got to stop listening to your single friends. And that's all I'm going to say.
Shit, I will rebound right there because you just threw it off the glass. I'll rebound and say on the male perspective because literally and I love the way the movie it depicted what women were going through on their side as well as what men were going through on their side, because literally side by side they showed us that Darius was talking to what's his name, Savion.
Yeah.
He was talking to Savion, and this is the point where he is trying to, tell nigga that he ain't in love for real. This is where he did, and it was interesting because I guess women will always tell their friends the entire situation. Niggas do not like to talk like that. If you notice, Darius, he didn't have that same energy in how he explained how he felt about Nina. He just asked a blanket question. Do you know if you found the one? Or he said, I think I love her, and was joking in that regard when he truly meant that shit. Mm-hmm. It's just interesting to see how both sides handle situations where women will definitely talk about things and how dudes just we really think we can just handle everything ourselves.
Even if we give them that, you still can't go past that she was fucking around. This was a whole game. This was a jug. She wanted to go or she didn't want to go to New York. She was getting on the plane. She looked back before she got on the plane. Her whole thing was, if he says no, then don't go. Just don't go if you didn't want to go.
And I tell any relationship I get in, I tell Shawty, I say, look, I don't do well with tests.
Ultimatum, no.
I'm gonna fail this test. So
right.
Let's just not. I'm a great guy. I promise you I have all the great qualities and characteristics of a nigga that you would love to fuck with. But don't test me. I'm not gonna pass the test because I'm not. It's just too many factors.
But quick question. Had he said, nah, I don't want you to go, would you think she would have not have went? Hell no, but no.
I think so because
Stop
I honestly,
bullshitting, bro.
I know that, and I don't want to turn this into a men versus women podcast, but I know that women will play that game because it's like light switches that they have. They can literally be on either side of the spectrum. So there could be a side of the spectrum where if he says no, don't go, her mind just totally shifts and it's like, okay, I'm all about Darius. But there's also another side of the spectrum where if you try to have this cool, prideful shit and you try to be all, man, do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Go see that nigga. That sounds cool. That sounds nice, but that's bullshit. Just as prideful as she was, because she played that same game. So you don't think that she would have stayed? Hell no. Wow.
Fuck no. No.
So what do you think the test was? Just to see how he would react, and she was just gonna go anyway?
Why you ask me why I think women do what they do? I don't know. That's not what we're here to talk about. That's not what we're talking about. I don't know why she did that. That's bullshit, bro. That would not have fly. That would not. Imagine you trying to do some shit like that. I got somebody out here in New York, but if you say I don't go, I ain't gonna go. First of all, she would have told you, no, nigga, you're not going. First of all, and you wouldn't have went. No. That's not gonna fly. But anyway, she goes out there. She kicks shit
like
with
a
homie.
dumbass.
Right. She kicks shit with homie. She gets to her new little gig, one of her little gigs. The shit don't work out.
I love how the grass just don't be greener sometimes.
Shit don't work out. She pretty much quit the job that she went out there for. Then she goes to Malik goes to his house. And this nigga go ham over some cereal, some off-brand cereal. What did he say this shit was called? Toasted Oats?
Honey Smacks, they'll smack you back.
That nigga said toasted Oats. I'd never heard that.
Toasted
like, baby,
Oats.
why you just didn't get the Captain Crunch? I can't believe this nigga was going off of that. But I gotta say this too.
What's up?
He said I had a bad day at work. And then she also said, I had a bad day at work too. He said, well, baby, tell me about your day. And then she said, I don't want to tell you about it now.
Cause she ain't want to be there, and that's the funniest part. Like,
you there now? It don't matter, bro.
But see, that's how you know it was a ticking time bomb. I always say that when it comes to relationships, women have a light switch. When it's off, it's completely off. She will act off to you, and it will be totally done. You will know. You will feel that it was done at that very moment. Like
when he started talking about that cereal,
that's
then that
how you
would
know, because it be little minute shit that'll just send you off the wall.
So it was the cereal shit. It was. I think it was the cereal.
And just a combination of her. It's sad that you with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? You
she
still
thought,
thinking. You still thinking about that
shit too.
You still thinking about my boy D. Still
Yeah.
thinking about Mr. Darius. It's so crazy.
So she ended up taking her ass back to Chicago. And my boy,
coming back now.
Right. And my boy Darius out there doing what he doing. He at the bookstore with a little cutie pie. Just at the bookstore chilling. Just at the library, the bookstore, coffee shop, just chilling.
They don't never like to see us move on.
Right. But you say move
It's
on.
always good when we be on the up and they be on the down.
Listen,
somebody gotta say it.
Okay, but you say move on, but they not even official at this point, bro.
Not at
she
all.
Done went out to
That's
New York.
the definition of kicking it.
She done went off to New York to see the nigga. He just had a bookstore. He ain't even left his city, and she even mad, bro.
Yeah.
She mad, bro.
Listen, that's how it go, man.
She mad as hell, bro.
Ah, boy.
Nah,
so
bro.
I'm trying to think about what happens from there. At this point, now the idea of, let's get into it, man. Now the idea of the backdoor friend.
Oh man.
Listen, man.
You know that person very well, don't you, bro?
Hey, fuck you.
That's
nigga.
the nickname. We got on another show. Your name
Backdoor. Oh, nigga, that was the name at the job. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, there's a character by the name of Hollywood played by Bill Bellamy, as we said earlier, and he is what I would call the backdoor ambassador.
Yes.
He was hating in the very beginning.
Right.
He was hating in the middle. He ended up in a situation where, you know, I see Nina and I think it's my time to pounce on that, which is crazy. You know, I've had my share of backdoor experiences.
Backdoorisms, yeah.
Backdoorisms. Mm-hmm. Now that I've grown out of that, it's weird to just think about shit like that, like bagging your friends, girls, or even attempting to. But you know, he was presented with, you know, the opportunity. He looked at Nina. He went for it.
Nope. Stop. I'm sorry. We got to go back. Let's take a step back. How was this even presented? The friend, again, this is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all have to stay away from the single friend.
But see, Darius leaned on who? He leaned on Savion the most. And he was a nigga that was going through his shit. He was not the nigga to go to either.
Nina was proposed to this from her friend, is what I'm saying to you. That's why I say you got to stay away from your single
Stay away from your single friends and stay away from your bruised and battered friends.
She was like, no, you need to hang out with him.
So, she actually took the bait.
Right.
And said, I'm going to hang out with Hollywood. Nina said, I'm going to hang out with Hollywood. I'm going to go on a date with him because he's being persistent now. He's borderline annoying the fuck out of me. So, you know, as women do sometimes.
He
rode
up to the job.
But you know what we don't talk about often? You know what I'm saying? We look, and this is what my argument was as a former backdoorer. My argument was always, she know what she doing too.
Oh yeah.
So as much as we want to say, you know what I'm saying, Hollywood is a piece of shit, he's a bad friend.
Not, he's just being a man.
Nina literally gave him the okay for a date. Mm-hmm. Went on that date. She looked like she was enjoying it because a nigga that's gonna make you laugh is always in there.
Right.
That's just facts.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have been curious to see how long it would have went on, because at the end of the day, I mean, Hollywood fucked himself up with that.
Based on real life situations, that would have went for a long time. Well, he just
and Nina would have got back with Darius at the same time. They wouldn't have known.
Would have went for a long time. This way he fucked up. He didn't fuck up. She fucked up. They both fucked up. He invites her to a party. But he said, "Yeah, we're gonna go to a little kickback. We're gonna go to a kickback with some friends." All right, they get to the kickback, right? She notices Darius is there. God damn, bro. How did you meet Hollywood? You met him through Darius. What the? And then she gets
gathering.
Then she gets
that
mad.
could have ever been thought of.
Right. Then she gets mad because what? Like she gets mad. She gets mad.
Take me home. No, I don't want to take you home. I'm having a good time. And that's exactly what that nigga said.
No, like okay, but don't get it twisted, ladies. We're not saying he's not wrong. He's wrong as fuck. She's wrong too. She didn't think. She's too smart for that. Neil Long's got characters. They're too smart for that. She had to know the brother was gonna be there. She's definitely wrong for not taking her home. But anyway, so he doesn't take her home. They kind of get into it. That's really like one of the last times you see Hollywood. After that, he kind of fades out of the picture.
Out of the entire fucking movie, right?
Right, because that's it on that. Like you gotta kind of fall back on Buddy like that.
And I love the exchange that they had between each other. I think it was so smooth. The late night shift scene.
Oh my. Oh yeah.
Just the metaphor that they used.
That's such a dope scene, bro.
And how they was talking about each other, to each other,
about
the situation. Yeah. It was beautiful, man. And who was the writer of this movie again?
Ooh, don't get me lying. I should know this.
Because man, the writing in this movie was so.
It's just real people.
It just
talking.
felt good.
It didn't seem like they were just talking just to be talking. And when they talked, they had something to say. And it was actually written by Theodore Witcher as well. The director who directed the movie also wrote it. Wow. But yeah, I love that interaction between Bill and Lorenz. I'm drawing a blank, and they're actually good friends to this day. So that's pretty dope. Yeah, that's pretty dope. It's kind of funny, and yeah. But this scene actually, the party scene where they leave actually leads into one of my favorite scenes. Mm-hmm. My favorite scenes is when he walks into the crib, or they catch a cab, they get to the crib, I believe, and now he wants to go into the crib again, but now he has to sleep downstairs.
Oh man,
man, when I tell you, I've never seen a motherfucker.
He was so sad.
Film. No. They wasn't no goddamn sad. I've never seen a film where motherfuckers got so hot and bothered so perfectly. I'm talking about. There was a small part where he had reached his hand in his pants. He had to pull it back out.
Man,
it was perfect. I'd never
great
seen.
Film.
It was just bubbling. The intensity was just bubbling, and I loved it, man. Absolutely loved it, bro.
No doubt. But I'm thinking. I'm trying to think, where did the movie go after that? Because I think at that point they decided, okay, through this weird situation, okay, now we can be cool. Now we can try to maybe figure this thing out again. Maybe there's some possible pathways to reconciliation.
Yeah.
So they thought, you know what I'm saying? So, from the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was doing good, frolicking through the park and shit, having a good little time, taking photos. Yeah. Nice little montage, everybody feeling good. Oh, man. And, of course, the past comes back to bite you in the ass. Even though it's so weird because your past is the reason that we're in this situation now. Your past, Nina, is the reason why we're in this situation now, and you are getting upset over some shit that ain't even some shit. You know what I'm saying? Lisa ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Because I'm about. See, the thing about some guys, we can turn off certain women. We can turn them off because they are. Hate to say it, some of them are the moment. I think women look at some guys like that too. Let's just be serious. Let's just be honest about the matter. So I definitely believe that guys can hit the shut off, and Lisa was a shut off.
So mad as hell about that. They went back and forth about that shit, and that shit sucks, bro.
And that damaged the relationship. Again.
And then what do we usually do when this type of shit happens? They go back to work. We go back to our work. We bury ourselves into work, our jobs.
But see, I don't know, something to say, like when niggas go through breakups, shit gets good all of a sudden. Like now the book is published. Now Darius' book is published. Now Nina is actually enjoying her work. I forget where she's actually working at now. I don't know if she's in Chicago or she went back to New York.
No, she's back to New York.
Okay, she did go back to New York. So
no, I'm sorry, I lied. She was in Chicago because she was shooting something for Michael Jordan. That's what she was. She was like a Michael.
She came back for a little second. Okay.
Yeah. That's how she got. Yeah.
But yeah, everybody's doing great in their careers, having a good old nice time, and it's kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? How you can just come back to somebody after maybe like a year, maybe like 2 years. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Has it ever happened? Damn well
I have, bro. Stop playing with me. You know I have.
Well,
man.
Shit, the listeners
but I know
shit.
But I had to give them some dramatic effect. I have. It was several months, days.
Coming back a year later, talking about you.
Yes. But hold on, wait. But we got to point. We got to point out that when she left, he tried to catch her at the train station, but missed it. He almost didn't even know she was going anywhere until the friend called again.
That nigga ain't try hard enough.
He did, bro. What the fuck? You think he's a $6 million man? What the fuck you think?
I'm just talking shit.
What you thought?
Hey, I would have been running after that thing like breaking all the rules, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, technically he still missed it. Technically. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm really not liking her friend like more and more. The friend called and actually told him he was going to be there. I guess she tried to, redeem herself. He went up there. He actually missed her. So
as they should, when you realize that that the one that's going for your friend is actually the one, you gotta switch it up.
No, motherfucker, you should have never put yourself in a position to fuck up from the beginning.
I feel that too.
You should have minded your fucking business from the beginning, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the year passed by. The book's out. She's doing her gig. She comes back to Chicago for another gig, and I guess she's like, man, I want to link back up with Darius, man. So she goes to the sanctuary, right?
Thinking she's smooth.
She thinks she's smooth. Poem. Yeah, she has a little poem. You gonna play some of the poem for the people?
Nah, I fell asleep on her poem.
Oh man, come on.
I wasn't trying to hear that poem. Just go up on stage and say, hey, I see you, Darius. Come get me now. Let's make this happen.
But you know what, bro?
All that. I see sunlight and sun rays.
I have to listen, bro. I have to give her just
skies.
due for that, bro. I gotta give her just due for that, because not a lot of women would come back and set it straight. She was gone for a year, bro. A lot of people would have just been like, a lot of young ladies would have just been like, hey, that is what it is.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen, man, I ain't mad at it. I just know what reality looked like. Hey, Nina saw what she had. She knew what she was about to lose out on, and she said, "Oh, this damn book just came out." Mm-hmm. Dollar signs. I'm just kidding, man.
You think nigga had dollar signs?
I love how they emphasize so much rain in this movie too. Because the last scene, of course, you know what I'm saying, they do the little poem, and now we outside. It's raining hard as shit. I love just how they emphasize the rain, and every time they were standing in the rain on some kiss and shit, it was awesome, man. So, of course, with the final scene, they see each other outside in the rain, and they really talking over, like, it's always good to have that little reconciliation conversation when you look at your girl and you be like, let's try this again. But for real this time. But no mistakes.
But I stay in New York and you stay in Chicago. Nah.
We gonna make it work.
Yeah, man.
Real niggas gonna make it work. Listen, obviously it worked.
Right, it did.